As we continue to explore the profound teachings found within Paul's first letter to the Thessalonians, we arrive at verse 8, which reads, "For from you the word of the Lord has sounded forth, not only in Macedonia and Achaia, but also in every place. Your faith toward God has gone out, so that we do not need to say anything." This verse is striking in its depiction of the Thessalonian believers' impact and the expansive reach of their testimony. It serves as both an affirmation of their faithfulness and a challenge to every believer to consider the extent and effectiveness of their own witness. The phrase, "the word of the Lord has sounded forth," uses a vivid metaphor of sound to describe the dissemination of the gospel. This is not just simple speaking or teaching. It is a powerful emanation, much like a trumpet blast, which resonates and reaches far beyond its point of origin. It implies clarity, strength, and expansiveness. The gospel, as shared by the Thessalonians, was not whispered in obscure corners, but proclaimed from the rooftops, echoing throughout the regions. Moreover, the reach of their proclamation, not only in Macedonia and Achaia, but also in every place, suggests that their influence extended beyond even their immediate geographic and cultural context. Macedonia and Achaia were the primary regions of their activity, yet their faith was so dynamic and vibrant that it reached further into the surrounding areas. This expansive influence is particularly remarkable considering the communication and travel limitations of the first century. It speaks to the power of their testimony and the profound impact of their lives lived in accordance with the gospel. This verse also touches on the nature of effective witness, which is deeply tied to the believer's faith. It is their faith toward God that has gone out, indicating that it was not merely their words that were impactful, but their wholehearted trust in and reliance on God. This faith was visible and tangible. It was manifested in their actions, decisions, and interactions, and became a hallmark of their identity as a community of believers. Their faith was so well known and so evidently displayed that Paul states, "so that we do not need to say anything." The message of their faith preceded them and was so clear that Paul and his companions found no need to further elaborate or advocate for it. This scenario prompts modern believers to reflect on the nature of their own faith and testimony. Is our faith a living, vibrant force that naturally emanates from us to those around us? Does our faith in God resonate in such a way that others can clearly see and understand the gospel through our lives? These are challenging questions, but they are central to what it means to be a follower of Christ who is called to be the light of the world. Furthermore, the effectiveness of the Thessalonian believers' witness provides insight into the role of community in the Christian faith. Their collective witness was likely more powerful because it was born not only by individuals, but by a community whose shared life in Christ was compelling and attractive. This underlines the importance of church communities today being centers of vibrant, active faith that not only nurture the faithful, but also reach out to the wider community with the truth of the gospel. 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 8 encapsulates a model of Christian witness that is active, expansive, and communal. It encourages believers to consider how their faith is perceived by those outside their immediate circles. Are we, like the Thessalonians, sounding forth the word of the Lord in such a way that it resonates across our communities and beyond? Are our lives and our churches vibrant reflections of the faith we profess? This verse challenges us to not only live our faith internally and within our church walls, but to let our faith ring out clearly and boldly, impacting those around us and reaching into every corner of our world. Such a faith is not passive, but active and engaging, drawing others not just to us, but to Christ, through whom all transformation and salvation flow.